back. I did figure it out. I figured out why the stream didn't start. I did figure it out. There is a reason. Somehow OBS decided to forget all of my camera settings. It just dumped them. So hopefully you hear me okay. Yeah, OBS just went, hey, you don't have any camera settings, and I'm not going to tell you that I took them away. That's exactly what happened. I'm like thinking the computer's broke. Not the computer, guys. That's what Kai's going to say. Kai's going to say, hey, you need to get a new computer. Guys, OBS will work the same way on a new computer or the one I'm using. So there you go. So it looks like I got sound. Let's double check here and double whammy. Thank God I covered my tracks on that last one. Holy crap, that was a freaking mess. But we should be good now. Yeah, we're gonna go head to head a little bit. Question is, I think really, where I stand on it, because I told you I don't want to get all slobbery all over this. And now all my camera settings are screwed up, so I'm getting all this freaking, anyway. I don't want to get slobbery over it. There's enough hype, and you guys can only stand so much hype, and you count on me to make sense of all this mess. And that's what I'm trying to do today, assuming I can get a stream that works. I'm just looking right here. I'm just double checking. I got to see what's up. I got to see what's going on. There we go. That looks good. To make sense. And I can hear I can hear myself. Hey, there's 808. Hey, we got my crazy start. My crazy start gave rise to the stream. What's up, man? Screw y'all hype. I actually did something today that was really helpful, and I don't know. I'm hoping that I don't mess up my my current success here with something big and bad. What is going on here? I'm looking at my Brio settings here. It should connect it. All right. So where's my cameras, knucklehead? See, 808, this is why you don't go Mac. Because when you go Mac, I think you always go back. that's my new that's my new saying here. I've got my little there it is. There's my little tool. Don't say that's what she said either. Where's my cameras? Firmware updates, low battery, calendar meetings, show disabled calendar. Let's do that. We don't care about that. All right. Okay, there's Logi. I'm looking. There we go. There's my cameras. All right. This is what I use as a tool to zoom in and out. This is it's the Logitech tool. And it does a really good job. See, look at that. But something happened with my settings. Something confused the computer. And most people would say that it was me that was confusing the computer. Here, let's get the stream. I want to get there we go. I want to get our live stream feed back up. Let's pop out the chat here. Get that going so I can see what you guys are talking about. Anyway, I did a little experiment today. Okay, a little experiment. You guys know I have the Avata one. And the other day, Here, I'm gonna shut that off. The other day I flew this bad boy a lot. I really flew the crap out of this one. I flew this 5-incher and did a bunch of smooth video. And yes, I do have footage. But we are being kind of careful as to what we do here, but we're just going to go for it. Why not? No pain, no gain. That's what. So there's my, let's see, Mario 5 build. Yeah, freestyle flights there. Okay, so here's some freestyle video from the other day. I brought the Mario 5 to the field. Now, this is not about the Mario 5. It's about this. Okay, it's about this thing to come. All right, we're getting there. We can't just go there right away. All right. My phone is acting dumb. So here we go. There's 808. You get the hype call. There it is. So 808, you missed my absolute disaster. Let's see. Goggles are going to have picture-in-picture. Yeah, all that stuff, guys. It's not about that. Okay, that's the hype. You guys are buying into the hype. Stop buying into that. Okay, you guys are buying into the hype. It's not about the goggles picture-in-picture. It's not that. Okay. And now there is a thing about the goggles being multifunctional. They talked about that today. Okay, that was what Ivan. Let's see here. Let's see if I can go to that. I'm looking for that drop today, and it's not a super important drop, but it was a helpful drop. Okay, so I just want to go to that, and so you get into this stuff. So let's go to my display capture here. There we go. Now we got there. You guys are. Told you I'd get this crap figured out. Okay, let's go ahead and make you guys a little bigger. All right. I had to like throw this together on the fly, guys. I had to, get my little tiny picture there straightened out, and here's go. Oh, that's the one I don't want. What's that? I thought I got rid of the. Get rid of the. I'm trying to get rid of video capture device. That's the first one. Video capture device 2. There we go. Okay, see how that overlaid a little bit there? There we go. I gotta do this. Come on here. Come on. No, I don't want to do that. It's Alt. Oh my God, guys! When you're under pressure, you forget everything. Okay. Hey JC, what's up? Okay. Good evening, guys. I'm gonna squeeze this stream as fast as I can. All right. Okay. So the goggle thing has to do with the multifunction. So the fact that you can fly the goggles with the Mini 4, I hope I have my Mini 4 long enough to be able to actually test that out. I really don't care. I'm never going to fly the Mini 4 with goggles. I've never even cared about trying it, but since this thing's gonna say it, I want to try it with the new goggles to see if there's any difference. But also the Air 3. So what is that going to do for anybody? Not really anything, I don't think. I guess there's going to be a few people that are going to buy a Mini 3 and go, hey, I want to buy the goggles. So it'll sell goggles, and I think that's what they wanted to do. Okay, they wanted to sell some more goggles. So this was kind of cool, these 2 images that came out right here. Showing the, the couple there on the beach looking real sexy. Let me tell you something. There's no sexy chick that's going to let you fly a drone. Okay. I don't care what they say. That's hype. That's right there. That's part of the hype train. Okay. There's beautiful girls getting paid to be there. You know that. All right. Okay. So don't sucker into that. It says if it's not sold with the controller, it means they don't fix the yaw tumble. For some reason they'll never sell the Avada one with, Can I show you some stuff about the yaw tumble today? Can I show you a little bit of yaw tumble? Because I took the Avada out and I ripped the crap out of it today. Okay. Let's see if I've got my stabilized footage. I think I need to see 36, 38. That's the last video I did. It's only 3 minutes long. Let's see if we can get this to work together here. Let's go like that. Let's bring that out. You guys can see that, can't you? Let's get that there and then just squeeze it down a little bit. You know how this is pushing. This is a Mac, guys. Macs can handle this crap. Okay, so this is my Mario 5 footage from yesterday. This is my third flight, right? So this is all stabilized. Now, is this a stabilized shot? No, this isn't stabilized. This is actually showing you my crappy skills. Here, let's not do that. I want to show off. I don't want to freaking show how crappy my flying is. See, it'd be 39 stabilized. It'd be stabilized 39. So there's stabilized 40. Oh, maybe it's stabilized 40. Joined, then we're there. This is the one we want. We get this back up there. All right, we're going to go again. We're going to try it again. So this is Mario 5. Yeah, same. This is, I believe, the right one. So this is Mario 5. And yes, this is ripping for me, okay? So this is stabilized Mario 5. And the Mario 5 is kicking butt. This is my third pack with the Mario 5, all right? And I'm trying to work some precision, and you can see a little bit of wind, but that shouldn't make any difference, okay? So my goal is just to do some snap turns and then to get in between the goalposts, just work on my precision. And you can see that this sucker's just hauling butt. So this is Mario 5, okay? This is Mario 5 footage, all right? Pretty amazing, isn't it? So that's a 5-inch. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of, I'm almost hitting some poles and things. Okay, and so what I'm doing, guys, I'm mentally getting ready for the next step. So that's pretty good. I'm getting better, as you can see. Everything's working good. I did, if Kai's listening, I did see a little bit of the control issue that you told me about. Okay. I overshot there, but I'm lacking a little precision with that controller. That's the X-Lite controller I'm using. It's a short flight. I'm not going to play the whole 5 minutes, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? I love flying there. This is my school I'm flying at. Okay, and I'm just trying to just feel if I can get like a little bit, to the point of where I'm crazy. And there we go. That's way better. There, you coming straight down. Okay. I think I come a little sharper than that too. Towards the end, I'm starting, I'll fast forward this in just a second here. I'm just trying to figure out, like, when the Avata 2 comes, am I going to be able to do this type of flying? Okay. Am I going to be able to fly this fast? And and get that kind of smooth footage with and then of course I need video to to compare. Okay, so I'm going to come down real sharp and fast, and that's about 65 miles an hour through the freaking goalpost right there. Okay, that's faster than anything I'll ever go through that goalpost, assuming your kicker makes any kicks. Okay. So anyway, so I'm working this out, and then I think I go to the poles over here. I do a little playing around here, and today I did some similar flying, but instead of using the Mario 5 or the Avada 2, which I'm using as a control, I'm going to use this bad boy. Okay. So I'm going to attempt the same style flying, not with 5-inch, because in the Mario 5 is a 5-inch, right? I'm going to try some freestyle flight with the Avada, all right? And then when the Avada 2 comes out, assuming I'm stupid enough to buy it, which it sounds like I'm getting pretty stupid about it. Isn't that great flying? You guys, hey, that's the build, baby. That's the Mario 5 build. So pretty amazing. A lot of speed, a lot of you can pick up a yeah. There's a little snap yaw there, and like I said, I'm not. I'll do a little bit of high speed. I think I finally do a little. Yeah, I just do a little bit of inverted stuff. Do a little hanging. I'm just. You got to get timing. So this new one we're talking about. The stall, the flip. One of the things I know for sure is that the new Avada is not going to have the problem with the high center of gravity. Okay, so let me just stop this for a second, and I'm going to go back to my main scene here. And one of the comments I made the other day, I was talking about CG. Okay, and you can see on a traditional 5-inch, you have a very balanced CG, very balanced center of gravity. This thing is super, super balanced, okay? It's made to do this kind of stuff, all right? And you can recover from really extreme turns, really extreme angles, upside down. You're gonna get all that. With this thing, it is a fat butt on the top. It's kind of like it's sitting in a pendulum. And if it gets above that, this throws it out of balance, and it just wants to drop. Okay, and it doesn't have the ability to to do that quick recovery, and so this one will struggle. So a lot of people have been throwing these big fat props on there. I just keep them on there because they haven't broke yet, and I'm lazy. I don't want to change it out. Okay, so I took the Avada out today, and I ripped it. Okay. I ripped it as good as I could rip this, right? And I want you to kind of look at the two shots, the two video examples, and I want you to see. So this new bird that we're going to see is supposed to give us this, okay? So all you noobs out there who that are just learning to fly, I'm still pretty much a noob too. The Avata 2 is going to allow you to have this kind of freedom flying. All right. Now this one doesn't have a couple of things. Okay, this one doesn't have. It has return to home, but it doesn't have a button that will save your butt. Okay, see those little flippy turns I'm whipping? I like that. It's a little bit of a yaw and a flip, a little combination. Okay, so I'm just working, like I said, I'm working the poles and just seeing how close I can get. And because when I flew the domain, now this is the 4-inch. This one has a little bit more advantage in that it's not as heavy, okay, as even the. So now I'm going to go. Now this one's going into return to home, by the way, okay. And I actually fixed my RTH. You notice that it's not going as high. Okay, so on this drone, I actually am putting a video on this, so you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see in OSD what it's doing. But I switched the return to home to 150 feet. So what it does is it goes whatever altitude I'm at, it will go to 150. And then it will slowly descend over to where I'm at and then drop. So it's not going 300 feet in the air, fighting these high winds and dropping, okay? Now, this thing will have return to home. This has return to home just like any DJI quad. This one is going to, you can screw up. Hence the fact that I can't find Mr. Croc right now because he's on a golf course somewhere because return to home didn't work. Right? So we can't count on that. All right? We can't count on this return to home right here. Right? Now this is actually doing pretty good. Look at how nice and smooth that is. And obviously it's in gyroflow, but now it's going to go into its descent. It's going to go it's going to go zip 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 zip, which it's doing. And it's gonna be within 7 feet of me. Okay, it's not gonna be that close. You'll notice when you see it drop, where Okay, I'm right to the right of it right now. I'm probably like 7 feet. Okay. So that is the Mario 5 in acro. Okay, doing some acro and as good as I can do. Okay, I wasn't nice to it. I didn't baby it. Okay. All right, like that. Should I just color that? I gifted one random tech membership. There we go. You guys can. Okay, so anyway, so one of the things I wanted you to see is I wanted you to see that that what this other bird that I flew today can do. So let's flip it over. I want to flip it over to the Avada. Okay, we're going to go to the Avada footage, and we're going to compare the two. All right, I want you to see. Now, I think I only fly for 2 or 3 minutes, so don't worry. It's not going to be as long as the other one. So I'm going to go out of here. Let me see if I can. I got to see if I can find it quick here. But this is my Avada 2 right here. I got this, and then I did a little gyro flow today. A little more gyro flow with the. I love gyro flow, man. It's so much fun. Okay, so here's my stabilized footage. Okay, this is today. All right, so I'll prove to you guys that it's today. Okay, so there it is. There's, there I am right there. So this is today. I'm wearing pretty much the same garb that I'm wearing. And just, let's knock out this footage just so you can hear. Let me see if I got you can see that I'm flying. I want to prove that I'm flying the same quad. Okay. So there it is right there. I've got it in my hands. Okay. So you know that I'm not flying anything else. I'm not flying, I'm not flying this, I'm not flying a 4-inch. I'm not flying a 5-inch. I'm flying a Avata. Okay. A 2-inch, a 2 and some change, right? Okay. About 2.5, something like that. All right. So we're flying the Avata. So let's knock this out. And like I said, it's important for us to see, like James, we got some people in here that are ripping an Avada right now. Maybe you want to look for a deal, because I'm telling you right now that if you don't want to drop the cash for the Avada 2, there's going to be plenty of Avada 1s out there for a steal. All right. Say you're like James, who's one of my listeners, and he's just getting into the 03. Okay, he's just getting into the 03 gear, right? So you're you're just trying to get into this, and you just want to, here. Let me unplug this here. And you just don't want to jump ahead yet to 04. Okay, so we're here, all right. The deals are going to be there, okay? And you saw the footage from the 03. 03 footage is freaking awesome. And just think that the Avada 2 is going to have even better footage. It to me is mind-boggling. So let's check out this other stuff. So here's my stabilized footage from today. It's not even 3 minutes long. All right. So there's my leg. Hold on here. I'm getting there. It just takes me a second here. I gotta get the video up here. So this is full on Avada footage. Okay, we're not tricking you with anything, and you know that because I'm saying that there's going to be something impressive about this footage. Now, I have not watched this entire flight. I just flew it. Okay, and after I was done, I was very, very tickled. Okay, so there's the leg. There's the leg lamp. Okay, now for the Avada, I have to actually take off a solid surface, because one of the problems with these props, and I've told people this. I told you that you see how these props hang underneath the frame? If this is sitting on grass, or if it's sitting on a turf field, those props will dig into the grass. So you can't take off out of the grass. You have to take off a hard surface. So I just stuck it next to me, okay? And I damn near hit my face. when I did that. So you'll see that when I post the video. I also have OSD and stuff for this. So if you want to watch the OSD for both, I'm actually going to post both flights with the OSD information. So you wonder how much battery did it take for that flight, that kind of thing. Now I could have flown a lot longer than the battery that I'm using in this flight. All right. So that's another thing I'm going to tell you. When I landed the Avada after this flight, I had 75% battery still left. And in Avada terms, that means I have 50% battery left, because once you get to 30% with the Avada, that thing is not fun to fly. So usually you get down to 30%, you're just cruising low, right? You're just doing the low cruise stuff. All right, so let's watch some of this video and let's do a little comparison. Okay, let's have a little bit of a comparison here as to, so there it is. Look at that, just ripped it. Now I'm ripped right in manual. I didn't start in sport mode. I didn't start in normal mode. I just popped it in manual. So you're seeing right away it's not as quick. Okay. So the advantage is a little more precision, and you'll notice that when I fly, I'm going to very quickly start to speed things up. I am going to have actually quite a bit more control than I had with the Mario 5. Look at that. I did a snap turn and I came right back through the goalpost, where I didn't do that with Mario, because Mario, I'm not as familiar with it. So one of the things that's not fair is that there I'm going to go up. Okay, I'm going to go boom, try to get as close as I can to that. So you see, you can't get that vertical drop. Now watch this turn though. I'm so much better turning with this thing. Okay, except I didn't get all the way around. I didn't get through. I like the pirouette, drop that split S, and just go right straight back. So I'm just pushing it. And one of the other things that's nice about when you're flying with a Cinewhoop is you're not afraid of running into stuff. You really don't. Okay, there was a snap turn. There's that death roll that 808 was talking about. Okay, I'm saving it from a death roll there. All right. You see how the loops with the Cinewhoop are just a little bit more in control. I have a lot more, like I said, I have a lot more tight control with this. It's much smaller, right? I wished I had the same control as I did with the. Now look at the puffy clouds up there. That's another cool thing. I think I'm gonna try another drop here. I'm gonna go and buzz up to the top of this and then drop straight down on it. There we go. That's better. That's better. So there it is. That was pretty much, I think that's pretty much my flight there. I just did a couple of things. I just wanted to rip around just to get a feel. So the Avata can do a lot of things. The Avata can do a lot of things that Mario can, a 5-inch can, and you could go down smaller. You could go down to a 2.5 or a 3-inch. Now I put the brakes on. You see that? See, I can't do this with Mario. Can't do that. But I'll be able to do it with the Avada and the Avada 2 probably. Okay? Where I just stick the brakes on, get down low, and now I'm in normal mode or whatever I'm at. And then I'll drop it right there. You can see I'm pretty happy. I'm smiling today. But anyway, that's the difference between, a slower, more, a little more agile, but not really as capable. So a lot of you guys that think, oh, I'm going to get this Avada 2 and I'm going to get this Avada 2 and I'm going to rip it up. I'm going to go and just tear up the town. I'm gonna do all these funky. No, you're not. You're not going to. If you want to do that, if you really want speed and you really want aerobatics, you still got to go here. Okay. So far, at least. All right. There's no. Like I said, we don't have a. We don't really have a an example yet. We don't have the Avata 2, and we'll know in a couple days, because hopefully we'll see somebody that knows how to fly it. That's not always the case. A lot of times, when we what the heck is going on there? A lot of times we have, we get the first versions of it. People are just specking out with us. We're gonna get we're gonna get probably the usual. I'll probably watch Potato Jet. I'm sure he's got one. I don't know who else is gonna have one. But that's pretty much all I'll watch. Unless it's somebody that's we won't see somebody that's closer to the FPV world with an Avata 2. We just won't. It's just not. They want to have the latest and the greatest in the hands of just pure pumpers. So where do I stand on this puppy? Where do I stand on this thing? I'm definitely intrigued. I think now we've got some really interesting, and especially the design. One of the things I talked about just a little bit ago was center of gravity. I think that is apparent here. The battery is now sunk down into a frame. Super important. That is going to take away the death roll. Okay, it's going to make it a much more balanced turning Cinewhoop. We're probably going to get some pretty good video footage out of it from good pilots. So until we know, this is the quick start guide that came out with Ellen's today. He came out with some of that. But the main features, I put this down right here, and I actually had some people ask about this. The let's see if I can. The big kicker is going to be the controller. A lot of people are, oh, $900. I'm gonna have an Avada. No, you're gonna have an Avada with the motion stick. And then you're gonna have to drop another $300. This thing's gonna be $1,300, and that's what it's gonna cost based upon where we're at right now. 23-minute flight, freaking people are gonna take some really cool epic flights. Coming with 3 batteries. I like that the batteries are slimmer and they're longer. It's not a kind of a chunky battery. It's it's not this, it's not a master chunk. It's something that's got a little bit more. I still got this plugged in. It's going to have a little bit, a little less chunk to it. So you see how fat that is. It's probably going to be about half the width and just a little longer. So, but it's actually a smaller maw than this. So this is like 300 mAh more than the battery that's coming. So that, of course, is going to be a much smaller area. I really do like this design, though. I think they really had some fun with this design. And of course, it was basically a frame, with a cage on it, what a lot of companies are doing. But yeah, so anyway, I think I showed you what I wanted to show you today. I mean, I wanted to dive into the idea of flight performance. What we're gonna get. Now, I think I do have the battery footage, and I thought I put the battery footage in here. Stabilized. Yeah, this is the footage with the battery info on it. So I just want you to see how, where we ended the flight. So with a 3-minute flight. So let's see what does 3 minutes get us, as far as, I'll fast forward this. So in 3 minutes, I'm landing and we're at 72%. with all that, like I said, I'm trying to get high. I'm pushing the sticks forward. I'm rolling. I'm challenging it a little bit power wise through the power band. So what's the height I got? I don't know, see right here, 200 feet. Okay. About 200 feet high, with the drop right there. That's real life right there, dropping. You got to pull out the thing about that one is you definitely got to pull out early, and that's what she said. But that also is what she said about this drone. You have to pull, if you don't pull out early, man, you're gonna bury it. You're gonna bury it. So anyway, you're gonna bury it in the turf. Okay. All right, I gotta stop talking. Hey man, all right, take it easy. Take it easy, 808. Right, but anyway, I thought I'd throw a side by side today. Just a little bit of side by side. And that's kind of what what do we expect with the new quad? Well, definitely no more death rolls. Probably a faster flight speed. This thing's probably going to go easy 60 without any problem. It's definitely going to have handling characteristics that are going to allow it to pull out of more steeper dives. It's going to be able to have the same control. It's going to have controllability as far as from the perspective of that, an average flyer is going to be able to do things, and that's what they kind of brought up the other day, is that that this is going to have some program features that allow it to do stuff that, like I just did, without. I'm trying to see if I can find that little plug there, but yeah, it had the right here. This is the pre-programmed stuff right here. So that right there, it'll be able to do. It looks like it's going to be able to do well, I don't know what it means by flip. A roll. So rolls, flip. So maybe, is it a snap flip, or is it, more like a power loop? It says it'll be able to do drifting turns, so long, fat turns, that kind of stuff. But I'm sure they can add other, these features. Why not? And then that's probably why the obstacle avoidance is on there. So if it does go into one of those features, it has the ability to. Did I get a firm? Yeah. Do I have a firm price? Yeah, guys, this is going to be a $300 controller. There's no question it's going to be at least that amount. I don't see it being any more than that. It's actually got less. It has fewer moving parts than the original one. So more than likely they're going to, maybe it has an extra, I think it's supposed to have 4 antennas where the other one only had 2. But yeah, the firm coast to coast, the firm price is about $300. It's that, if it's more than $300, then yeah. So yeah. And then they gave it a bag, which I thought it was helpful. I thought that was very helpful. I think it needs a bag. I mean, people are going to travel with these things. It's better than doing what I did. I threw mine inside of a camera bag, which actually is pretty nice. Kind of worked out good. But that bag does not look like it's going to fit the controller. That's my problem with that bag design. And I'll see if I can let me see if I can find the image. So say you buy a controller, are you going to have to carry it in a separate bag? Or is it going to fit in the bag that it comes with? I'm trying to find, there's a picture of somebody. Oh man, I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm just gonna do a little search here. I'm looking for right there. Here it is. This is the image we're looking for right there. Do you see that? It's got the batteries next to the skinny controller, but that, I don't know if you can fit the other one in because the sticks are gonna stick out, and the drone is gonna fit nice and snug in there, and then you got your goggles. So there's no way you're gonna get that other controller in there. And that bugs me. Why do I have a bag if I can't get all my crap in there? Yeah, that's the Jasper post. So, but yeah, I'm glad that it has a bag. I'm glad that it, coast. I mean, so anyway, I think I need to. It was bad enough it took me forever to get my stream started, but yeah, so that's a good thing. That's a good positive thing. So, but anyway, thank you guys. I mean, it was nice that AOA popped in, eat more possum, and I got an early drop in by Sunrise. Dean, thank you for popping in today. I don't think I have any things I can gift out today, so let me just double check and see if I. Oops, that's. I did not want to freaking turn that on. Let's shut that off. Let's go back here. Let's get this one turned back down. But yeah, I just want to see if I have a. Oh, I got 10 memberships left to give this month? I didn't know that. All right. Hey, if you're on the stream right now, man, we're going to gift you. We're going to leave the stream. But if you have not, if you are, Cyclaw, how you doing? It says, does anyone know if the Integra goggles and the RC and motion controller sold with the first Avada will work? No, usually not. Cyclaw, I'm listening to you. I'm going to add you as moderator too. But no, there's no reason. There's no, especially, one of the things that you need to understand is this is according to Ian, Mads Tech. Okay. And he says that there's a different chipset. They're using different computer chips. And it's working and it's using a slightly different system. So it probably may, there's a possibility it might be a little bit backwards compatible, but it's never going to work as good. And Kai made a really important, point in our stream the other day. And the original equipment always works better with the original equipment. So the original hardware together, so I'm going to hear, let me gift out some. Integra are 03, right. They're all 03. This is 04 gear. Yeah, this is all 04. It's an 03 controller. Or it's a version 3 controller, and it's a version 3 goggle, but it's not the 03 system. It's an 04 system. I wish they'd call it the goggles 4. Because that is confusing. So there you go, RC for fun. You just earned yourself a membership for Dad Random, Andy Knight, Fistuli, okay, Waihuru, Perumo, okay, Bumble, okay. You guys are all I appreciate you guys popping in, okay. Those are randomly picked. JC, is JC still in the house? If JC's still in the house, speak up. Okay, are you still here? Because if you're still here, I'll moderate you. If you're not, I'm not going to moderate you. Hey, James. Yeah, backwards compatible is not compatible in today's world. Don't worry about that, guys. If you didn't watch, I just did a flight with this. This thing freaking flies like a tank, man. And it can fly really well, and I showed you the stabilized footage. Okay, this is stabilized footage from the Avata 1. This is it can do a lot of stuff. It can fly really smooth. Now I could have gone up much higher right away. I do a little low cruising just to get, the stick straightened out. Maybe do a little precision. Try to fly through a couple things. Get close to some stuff. But you can roll really good with this. You can get decent flight times. I mean, this little 3-minute flight here. That's the disadvantage right there. Is that little pop? You see that? And in my Mario 5, I wouldn't have to do that. I would be struggling to keep it low because it's just so. But you can do things like this. You can do some drops. Okay. you have pretty good control, and then you have good recovery, you know? So I kind of fly like a roller coaster. I like to use the gravity, and that's exactly what, really good pilots do. They'll use gravity. They'll get up in the air, and they'll use their altitude, and they'll do some aerobatics, and then they'll bring it back down and cruise, and same thing, show some precision. But so that's Avata right there. That's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me see here. And I just as a this is for you guys that were not here earlier. I'm just gonna quickly go back over to let's see here. I just want to go over to the footage from, there's the Mario. This is Mario footage that I did that's stabilized, and you just go down. Just as, like I said, this is just for comparison. Okay, so I'll go back here and drop this in, bring that up for us. Oops. I hate that auto snap that the Macs do. That is so annoying. I'm literally looking for a PC again right now, but because I was going to look for a computer earlier, but because of that. But watch how explosive. Now this is Mario 5. This is much heavier. Now we're looking at 550 to 600 grams here flying around. Okay, but we're going to get much higher speeds, and a lot more what I would consider to be a lot more power control. Not that I'm flying very good. Okay. There we go. And we drop. See that? You can't do that turn with the Avada. You just can't. Okay. But with maybe the Avada 2, you will be able to. You see all that? There's so much power in a 5-inch prop, So the new one will basically have see that you can get some really good tight stuff, really turns with it. But the new one will have more of this type of flying ability. I don't know if it's going to be to this extent, okay, where you get that big, long, fat drop, and you float so much with a 5-inch. Now I burned the whole battery in this flight. See, that's the difference. This is a 6S freaking 1100 that I'm flying with right here. I think this is 1100. And I did have some room at the end. I ended up getting about 6 minutes out of a 6S. So about 6 minutes. With the Avada, I could probably get 12. Double. Okay. But not anywhere near the power. So I don't get the amperage. I don't get the pump, I don't get any of the power and speed. And this is with the camera quite low. So I don't have the camera at a very extreme angle. I'm probably flying at, something like that at the most. And I could tilt the camera and go a heck of a lot faster. So, and with Avada, you can do too. You can go faster. But you see how quick you see how I popped in altitude right there? And you see the floatiness? Okay. And then that's like a 65 mile an hour freaking bank right there. And then I could just pull right out of it. You just can't do that with the Avada. You can't. Maybe the new Avada, And yeah, you can compare apples to oranges in this case. Let's see, another bummer. I've already lost 2 of them because the battery ejects and you cannot find it using. Okay, did you put up here now? Hey, Cyclaw, dude, I got to show you this, man, because I don't. If you have to have one of these on right here. This is a Sunny Life right here. This is a Sunny Life battery strap. It doesn't cost hardly anything, and you'll never have a battery ejection ever. Okay, you've got to, if you're talking this, I'm assuming you're talking, losing batteries. You got to have a battery strap like this, and that right there is like $9. So get one, put it on there. Don't lose any more batteries. Yeah, you'll lose them and it'll be impossible to find. They'll fly right out. Never had an ejected battery ever. Not one. I did earlier. What's the sweet spot for FPV drone size? I'm a newbie. I would say 3.5 to 4 inch. You can get 3.5 dang close to under sub 250. If you're trying to go sub 250, Kai, there's actually one that's out right now that Captain Drone just talked about. That one is what is that? That is a 2.5 inch, I think. So 2.5 inch, but this is 4 inch, and this is about 400 grams with a battery in it. So it's very heavy. But this is, if you're not worried about that, you say you're flying 107, you don't care. Okay. I'm assuming that the sweet spot has always been 5 inch. Okay. That's why everybody flies them. They're the same price as these. Okay. These cost the same amount. This one will give you much more controllability and a lot more, what I would say, pilot-friendly behavior, okay? So this is a full 5 inch. This is what I'm talking about. This is the one Kai built for me, and I tried to build. Let me show you the other one. I'll show you the difference. This is a 5 inch long range. You see how skinny it is? This is all what they call a 5 inch long range. This thing weighs hardly anything. Let me put it on the scale so you can get an idea. Okay, I'm just gonna put it over here. I just wanted you guys to see that really quick so you can see the weight differences. So let me just put this up on my display here. Let's get the video. Let's go get that turned off there. I got there we go. Let's turn that on there. Okay, so there's the we call this the Kai. I call this the Kai 2 right here. Okay, and I wanted you to see the difference between this and this. Okay, so all right, you can see that pretty good. Let's get that out of the. There we go. You can see it pretty much. So. This is 241 grams, okay? That's 241 grams, and that's a 5 inch. So you can actually go like to 4 inch or 3 inch, just get a smaller frame, probably 3.5. Everybody's going 3.5, and you'll get similar flight characteristics. This thing will hang forever, okay? So this drone here, when you're flying it, it's the same prop size as this one. They both have the same prop size, okay? But this one weighs, I'll show you. That weighs 480 grams. That's 480 grams. You put a battery on that, you're at 550, okay? This one, you put a battery on it, and you're barely over the 250 limit, okay? You're just a little bit over. So, yeah, you can fly 5 inch. But I would go down to 3.5 inch. 3.5 inch will bring your weight down to where you're sub 250. Okay. But these are both 5 inch quads right here. So if I go out here and show you. So both of these are considered to be 5 inchers. Here, let me see if I can get you a better view here. I haven't had a chance to adjust that camera yet. So I'm sorry that it's so garbage here. There's the focus. Let me autofocus it here. There we go. That's better. Sorry about the focus. But yeah, so these are both 5 inchers. No, this is what they call a long range. It's got the motors are on. You can see they're T-mount motors. They're much lighter motors. The frame is light, but it's very thick. Look at how thick the frame is. Still pretty thick. This one all has GPS. It'll also return to home. And this one also is 03. Okay, it's an 03 camera. DJI 03. This one is a true freestyle. It is got all the weight. It's got all the bells and whistles, and this will carry up to about a 1800. If you want to put an 1800, you get about 600 grams at that point. Too heavy. Most people will take off a lot of stuff, like they take off this metal stuff. They actually have a frame version that's called a light. But getting back to this is closer to what you want to fly. You want to fly some kind of long range, something with with very little weight. But this super great handling. I wish I had video to show you what this one was like maybe I'll do that. I'll fly that at the field next week. But yeah, this was Kai's build. He built this from the ground up right here. I started, but he finished it and got it to the point of flying. Next time I'm doing it myself. I'll get it. I've got through this one. I'll get through another. So these are, so let's put this one down. And let's put next to that one, the Domain. This comes in a 3.6 and a 4-inch. You see that they're pretty much, I'm put them on top of one another. Do you see that the Kai 2, the green one is actually much bigger prop wise, but it weighs, let me put the weight on there. That says 327 grams. Okay. This is double the weight of that almost. Well, no, 100 grams more. This is 100 grams more, a little more than 100 grams more than this one. So you want to look for something that has maybe some T motors on them. And if you're going sub 250, if you're not going sub 250, you want to find something like this in a 3.5 inch. Okay. A little bit smaller than this. And I would go with one that's not as heavy. Okay. Just get the weight down. It's easier to learn. Okay. But this one can carry 1,000 mAh battery easy. You can fly with this with 1100s. I fly with 1100. You can fly this with a 1400. And it does handle really good. This handles really well. I've had some amazing flights with this, with a lot of power. This is also 6S. This is 6S. Could you imagine a 6S battery on that light frame? Guys, that thing just rips. Okay. You want to do some freaking freestyle, but now if this hits something, probably might break. This one is pretty, I've ran into a steel pole with this one. I ran, those big yellow poles, those big goalposts. I ran this thing straight into the goalpost and it just fell to the ground. I spun a propeller and then I put a new prop on and I was flying again. So anyway, that would be my advice. Now let's put an Avada next to those two. So there is the Avada next to the long range. Okay. Just to give you some perspective. Okay. All right. The Avada, let's put that on the scale. Let's go upside down here. Oops, I'm on here. Probably need batteries. There we go. 429 grams. So the Avada weighs 429 grams. $327 grams. So when you get into these, you're getting much lighter, 327. $241. So yeah. Light is great, is good. Now look at that light. That's a light 5-inch. I mean, that's crazy. So, all right. I think it's time to it's time to end the stream. I think it's time. I think we've covered what we wanted to cover. And of course I went on too long and had a bunch of stuff happen. So the earlier stream I dumped. So, but anyways, guys, I'm excited. I think in a couple days, we're going to know the answers to all these questions. 6 days, huh? Next Thursday, we'll know, and everybody will have their orders in, right? Will you guys have your orders in? Oh, here, let me get my camera's all jacked, man. I was messing around with it when it went haywire. My stream went haywire. Anyways, I don't like that line on that one side is not. I don't know what I gotta stop this. This is when you gotta end the stream. I move it over there so I can't see. You see that line by my eye, right there. It's not vertical, but the camera's not there. Anyway. All right, that's it. That's enough. That's enough of that. So yeah, for Dad Random hey guys, we got a lot of excitement coming. Have a good weekend. Have a great weekend. Hopefully I gave you some good insight today that you have some better idea about what's to come, how we can compare and how we can actually envision this new flight system. Guys, it's all going to be about how the ecosystem works, how the controller and the goggles, and then all the things that ecosystem will give us. So yeah, I love the battery strap of the Avata, the new Avata. And this is the, oh man, that right there. There we go. But, yeah, I really like the Integra's battery strap system. So I'm really excited to get back into that nice fitting, just nicely, fitting, conforming, goggle. So, all righty, guys. What am I flying tomorrow? Gosh, I don't even know. Maybe I'll fly Kai 2. I haven't flown. Maybe I'll get the batteries. I'll get the batteries ready to go for Kai 2. Maybe we'll fly Kai 2 tomorrow. Get some footage. The one problem we had is this camera is just not stabilized with, this is the wrong gimbal or camera mount. We got to get one that's softer. So I'm going to be looking for a soft mount for this. If I get a soft mount for this, we now have a totally different situation, because right now we get jello. You can't let the motor vibration get to the camera. You have to have some kind of jello, some kind of mush, So, all right, Dad Random, I am out of here. Thank you guys for putting up with me. My slow start. It was not a good start. And we did get some memberships out. We have actually some more. I'm kind of got a backlog of memberships right now. I've got another 5 ones that I will give next time. So, and the memberships are kind of fun. When I do get this other video out, the one that's going to show you the data for my return to home, what the changes I did are. So maybe if you set up your return to home, this will give you some insight. But anyway, all right, have a good one later, and just guys, fly smart, fly safe, and let's get excited for this new product to come out, because I think we all are. I think we're done speculating. It's now time to actually fly something. So, all right, we'll see you. Bye. Have a great weekend.